Ready? Action.
Awesome. This is the Bogcast. I'm your host, Keith Obit. Brian McClay is still fired. I just had some issues with Brian McJ. He actually stole a bunch of the gear, and I haven't seen him since. All this shit I had to fucking is all rented just last minute.
That's a bummer, dude.
He is
Karma.
just filling in for now. So, while you're here, if you can, maybe just plug the Patreon and Teespring.
Yeah, if you guys want to see me back on a regular basis, then I guess the only way to get me here is for you guys to show your love for me.
No, nobody wants you. Like, I did a poll, and everyone's like, don't bring him back. So
dude.
I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart.
Okay, so if out of the kindness of your heart, will you still give me some of the Patreon money?
No.
Then fuck
You're
it.
fucking completely cut off.
Go check out Patreon. Go if you guys want to support us. That's the best way to do it. For as little as $5 a month, you guys can help us out a lot. Also, if you guys want some cool Bogcast gear, go check out our Teespring account. A lot of good stuff over there.
There'll be a new merch drop here soon in the next week too.
Nice.
So awesome. Well, I guess since I'm stuck here with Brian McClay, we could just Jesus. Fucking Delta variant.
Yeah. It's because of that 6-foot bong, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Keep going. Okay, tell me when. Ready? All right.
You asshole. Tell me when. You clearing it?
No. Are you ripped?
Oh yeah.
Do you want an edible?
No.
Why not?
I'll take half an. Well, is it that good brownie?
It's actually just like a little 30 milligram star.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't want to get too crazy.
Well, what I did want to talk about. Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
Sorry.
Ugh. Anyway. You good?
I hope so, man. That shit fucked me up, man.
I think if you take Kratom, I do say it Kratom only because my hero Hamilton Morris calls it Kratom, but most people call it Kratom. I think now's the time to load up on it because there's a possible global ban on the rise.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Let me. Do you want me to put this? I gotta put this in. Yeah. Hold on here.
Apparently, you could really only get this at fucking head shops.
Yeah.
Or maybe ordering it online and shit.
Yes, you can get it online for sure. My brother swears by it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Your brother takes it.
Yeah,
right?
my brother takes it for pain. My brother is in constant pain with his leg and doesn't want to go through the whole thing of getting on pain medication again because it's such a scary slope. And
well, with Kratom, it does hit the same opiate receptors, but you don't have the withdrawal symptoms or necessarily the cravings for it even. So
yeah.
It's actually helped people on opiates get off opiates too.
Yeah.
So.
But also, who do we have? We had Bud from Bud's Glass Joint, mentioned that, anything can be used nowadays and get addicted to. So, even my brother said that there's stories of people that just take a crap ton of that and ended up just getting addicted to the thing of taking it.
You can get addicted to anything.
But my brother's exactly, that's what I'm saying is that you can get addicted to anything. But like I said, my brother just he loves it. He swears by it. He says it works great. He'll buy a certain kind. I don't know if the kind he buys is specific on the leaf or something like that, but I know there's different types of leaves and stuff that you can buy that are supposed to be better and whatnot. Does that sound right? But yeah, he loves it. This shit.
So anyway, recently, I guess the FDA is having a hard time trying to put a ban on it. So they're actually going to go to the Worldwide Health Organization to see if they can ban it in like 20 plus states. I don't know if you can dive into an article really quick.
It says after failing to get kratom prohibited domestically, which is fucked up, the FDA is now seeking public comment to inform the U.S. position on how the substance should be scheduled under international statute, which means they want to try and label it as a Schedule 1, a Schedule 2 narcotic, it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. Is there...
Can you scroll down just a little bit? There's another paragraph I want you to read. Oh, let's see.
Responses...
Right here, the response. Yeah, that line where it says responses.
Yeah, I got you. Responses to the notice will help inform the federal government's stance on kratom scheduling in advance of an October meeting at the World Health Organization's Expert Committee on Drug Dependence, where international officials will discuss whether to recommend the substance be globally scheduled. Holy shit, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's like they're trying to do that in about 20 different countries.
Dude,
and a lot of the countries that are like obviously, you know, making it and shipping it, you know, to the
yeah, they're
United
making
States,
money
so.
off of it. People are making money. Like if that is scary. Has there been? It says as it stands, kratom is not scheduled under the Federal Controlled Substance Act or under international drug treaties to which the U.S. is a party. But some advocates suspect that since FDA has been unable so far to impose a ban on kratom domestically, it may use the WHO convention as an opportunity to get prohibition enacted internationally, a move that the country would be compelled to comply with.
Keep going.
If it happens, there are 37 countries that are part of the international treaty that will effectively ban kratom around the world.
I was wrong. It was 37. Not
wow.
20. That's fucked up.
Haddo said in a recent interview, the FDA cannot get kratom scheduled here in the United States using the criteria established by the Controlled Substances Act. So they're circumventing that and going to the WHO. Listen, this is some fucking bullshit. If they're just trying to get around rules that they've already put in place themselves, that they can't get it passed under those rules, and then they're trying to go around and circumvent, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that, like your brother, that use this shit, dude. So,
yeah.
And I mean, whether you get that high feeling or not, if you're still living your life and it's not affecting anything else, I don't see anything wrong with it, you know?
Amen.
If you're fucking robbing banks because you need money to get it, then yeah, we should maybe fucking ban it a little bit. I think what they should do is get more research on it, and you know,
yes.
Is this lobbyists doing it? Like, what is this?
It's got to be about money. It's good.
Yeah, because they're not making it.
If they're not making money on it, then some big business or big pharma is coming to them saying, hey, either we got something coming that is scheduled. Listen, I don't know if that's what it is, but to me, that's the first thing I think.
I'm wondering. Yeah,
that's the first thing I think. I think that they figured out a way to either synthesize it or something for them to make it illegal. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what? Here's the shit that just drives me crazy is that I feel like they are getting power, and they're getting to a point to where nobody can say there's no way to stop it. Does that make sense? Like the train's moving in a certain direction, and it feels really hard that it's going to be able to be stopped.
Are you talking about in general?
In general. In general.
I was like, whoa, this is a huge leap.
No, in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but it's all these little things like this that are just like building up.
To makes it.
You don't know where to even put your fight.
It almost feels more like a police state than ever. You know, forever they said that the George Bush is going to enact martial law and there's going to be a police state and all this shit. And it's the exact fucking opposite. It's the Democrats that I feel like are enacting police state bullshit. It's so crazy. Like my world has been flipped upside down on everything that I've known, how like when us growing up and how and the status quo, and it's just been flipped so fast that it's unbelievable to me. And I've been lost. I didn't know about it. You know?
This?
All of it.
Yeah.
all of this little shit. Like, we don't know about it. And if they get to a point to where they can circumvent everything, they figure out how to circumvent even their rules, and nobody cares about it, that's a big deal. That's a big fucking deal.
So I just think it's time to load up on the Kratom. Go to your local smoke shop and buy as much of that shit as you can.
Sell it for 3 times the amount. You're going to be able to.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Oh, my God, man. That's
it's
crazy.
really not even that expensive, and it comes down to really what it is a fucking plant.
Yeah.
There's nothing synthesized about it. They literally just grind it up and put it in a fucking pill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is actually part of like Thailand's culture too. Like
Yes.
this is like a common thing there. So I wonder if they're one of the countries, because that's where it originates from, you know?
Who knows? Thailand was always wasn't Thailand the same country that, you remember that guy that got caught with like drugs and they caned his ass?
That's Singapore.
Oh, that's Singapore. Okay.
Yeah. Singapore, you can't even like if you spit gum on the ground,
Yeah,
you're
don't
gonna
even
get your
fuck
head chopped
around.
off.
Yeah, don't even fuck around up there. That's crazy, bro. That's nuts.
I knew someone that worked in Singapore. What was his name? And Pelican. Fuck, what was his last name? I remember his first name was Pelican, but he lived in Malaysia but would work in Singapore and make that trek back. But it was someone that I trained at ST while we were there.
Yeah, they did the same thing.
The guy that I trained to take our job.
Yeah. Yeah, you're 100% right. They did the same thing too. They shut down a whole Honeywell site and moved them all to Singapore, and the 20 or 30 people that they kept on board, they sent them over to Singapore to train them how to do their jobs.
Yeah. And they told us that we were actually doing it because we were expanding.
Yeah.
But it was the exact opposite.
Start growing some kratom.
Yeah, I wonder how that process is. Like, the kind of environment that you have to create. Like,
it almost looks
something like super humid, probably, and
it almost looks like
that's not a bad idea. Because what's cool about that is it's like there's like different strains of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's like a Bali, and then I forgot the other ones, but
yeah, and certain ones are better, right?
I honestly don't know the differences between them. Actually, look that up.
That's a great question. Yeah,
because I want to know that. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see where this heads. So in October is when they have this meeting. So we still have a few months, but you know, it's not that expensive. You can get big ass fucking bottles of 500 of them for like $65.
That's not bad.
Sell those for $4 a pop.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh man. All right, here we go. Kratom, an herbal compound of Asian evergreen tree. Wow. Of an Asian evergreen tree that helps the body take a break from everything. Okay, types of kratom strains. White vein kratom, which is the most popular. Red vein kratom, which is the best kratom strain, they say. Green vein kratom, all-in-one super strain. Meng Da kratom, pure and potent. I've
never heard of any of those.
Ben Twangy kratom, relaxing strain. I wonder if this is from certain people. Oh
yeah,
no!
I'm pretty sure Bali is the most important or popular one.
Let's go do another check. Kratom strains, and they're different colors.
Yeah, so there's probably one for depression, anxiety. There's one for fucking pain. There's one for your hemorrhoids.
Yeah, you don't even
put it
have
in
to.
Your butt.
Yeah, you don't even have to swallow. You just bufo it. What do they call that? What is the different word for putting it in your butt? They call that.
A different word for putting it into your butt?
It almost sounds like bufo.
Is it bufo?
It might be. Maybe that's where it comes from. I don't know.
Speaking of bufo, did you bring that?
Oh, fuck.
It's all right.
No, I totally spaced.
Can I tell you the reservations I have with
Yeah. I went and down a YouTube deep dive. And
okay, so hang on a second. This is a segment. This is called what is this segment called?
The YouTube deep dive with McClay or something like that. Well,
McClay's
YouTube deep dive.
McClay's because we're gonna want to have some music.
Yeah.
This is McClay's weekly YouTube deep dive. What do you got, McClay?
So this is something that I saw the other day that kind of just really blew me away. And these guys are diving with whales, and they're not just regular like scuba diving. They're free diving, and this I'll get back to that later. But the crazy thing with these is these whales, they do that echolocation, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these guys say that the echolocation can, you feel it in your, it hits you. It almost makes it so you can't swim with them, right? And they won't mess, supposedly they won't mess with you when you've got the scuba gear, but when you're free diving, he says they'll come and play with you, right? And he played sound, and I'm trying to get to the point. Let me see here. I'm going to play this.
Is that a sperm whale?
Yeah. Can you turn it up? This is crazy, bro. This is so cool.
But it's important to note that these guys are fascinated by whales. They don't necessarily want to free dive with them this closely.
These guys can hold, free divers can hold their breath for like 12 minutes, up to 12 minutes, dude.
Kate Winslet just learned how to do that for 16 minutes for a new role. You can train your body to do that.
Wow.
Scuba doesn't work. It's too loud. Submarines don't work. Same thing. Robots don't work. They freak them out. But when you free dive with them, this amazing paradigm shift occurs. And they not only don't swim
Wait till you
away,
hear the sounds.
most of the time, the whales turn around and welcome you into the pod. Sometimes they orient themselves vertically, do this very weird sort of new age thing around you as they're flicking. It's extremely intense. So the next question you're probably asking yourself is like, why research sperm whales? Well, it turns out that those clicks you heard, they aren't just used for echolocation. Sperm whales and dolphins also use clicks for communication. And inside of those clicks is probably one of the most sophisticated forms of communication we've discovered on the planet. Could be more sophisticated than human language. Now, I know that sounds completely nuts to all of you. It certainly sounded nuts to me when I first started researching this stuff a couple of years ago. But just consider a couple things. The sperm whale brain is about 6 times.
I have to ask you, how does this come about into your search, your YouTube? Like, how do you stumble on this into your deep dives?
All the weird shit that I watch, it just
I
shows
know,
up
but how
in
do you
my,
get into? How does the first weird thing start?
this probably started
Sperm?
with UFOs.
Oh,
Probably had something to do with UFOs that got me here.
and then the UFOs, the ocean.
Yeah, because I was looking at crazy shit in the
Are you
ocean.
clicking on this, or is
No,
it,
no. So
or
how
you just let it play? What's
no?
next?
So how I got to this was I started thinking about the crazy shit going on in the ocean, right?
That neurologists have associated.
I started going on through the crazy shit in the ocean, and it got me to like tracking things in the ocean, and they tracked this great white shark in the ocean. They tagged it with a satellite thing, and this great white shark swam all the way from the United States all the way to Australia and halfway back in like a short amount of time, you know what I mean? And they never knew that sharks do that until recently. And this, I got there, and this guy talks about it. So that's how I found this guy. This shit's crazy, dude. Watch this. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to listen to it.
Seeing the data they were collecting, I realized this may actually be an attainable goal to try to make contact with these animals. The reality is now I don't think we really have
Let me
time
find the,
to count
where is it? Damn it.
brave
Here we go.
outfitter groups doing this kind of
I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. Listen to this shit, dude.
research.
I've heard this shit before.
Sketchy, but,
And he says that
I'm not gonna talk
You
can
feel it?
It can break your bones.
so you can really get an experience of what this is all about.
Damn. Don't dolphins do that?
Yeah, but this gets so loud, bro.
Damn. What do they use to make that sound with?
He talks about it. It's something in their body or their brain, like that big hump thing, and when they turn, it gets louder. See, watch, and it bounces off of whatever it bounces off of. They when they turn underneath, they're listening for it back. It's the loudest sound in the known mammal universe. Louder than anything that humans can create.
I don't know. I've heard you take a shit before.
What's all this? You've never heard me take a shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I live with you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you never heard me take a shit.
That might be the loudest sound in the mammal universe.
Once you're hanging out with the whales for a long time, this didn't happen to me, but it happened to these guys. Their bodies started heating up from being pelleted with all of that energy after a while.
Did you hear what he said? Listen. Right here, hold on.
Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Why the hell would anyone want to do that? I know that was pretty loud for all of us, but trust me, in the water, it's like 4 million times louder. And once you're hanging out with the whales for a long
So, anyways, that shit's bonkers, bro.
Would you ever do that?
No, fuck no. No, I don't
You
think
don't
so.
go in the ocean, do you?
Well, I couldn't free dive, dude. I don't think I could free dive. You know what I mean?
You can learn to do that.
Yeah, I guess. But I would be scared shitless, dude. And
I wouldn't be scared of those. I'd just be scared of like random sharks.
but the coolest thing to me was that they communicate, that these whales, these things are so loud and they travel so well in the ocean that they can communicate with each other on other sides of the planet.
Oh wow, that's pretty wild.
That's fucking badass, dude.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. So, I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a. Do we have a sponsor for this segment?
No, we need to find one.
Should be YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
sponsored
that
by
guy.
YouTube.
Or
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. Well, the YouTube deep dive is sponsored by YouTube. Yeah.
So, do you think Diablo 3 is going to come out? I mean, Diablo 4 is going to come out on time?
No.
Fuck. What about Diablo 2 Resurrected?
Blizzard is fucked, bro.
Uh,
Blizzard Activision is fucked right now, dude. The shit that's coming out every day, and
how did you find out, and how do you feel as a World of Warcraft fan? Is WoW fucked?
WoW is fucked. WoW isn't fucked just because of this. WoW is fucked because the people who are running the game are
Can you
running
roll a new one?
Blizzard.
Do you have an extra one?
Yeah. Who are running?
I can give you some weed.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
Fucking Delta.
So
Actually, before you answer those questions, let's just give some context of what's going on. So, Activision Blizzard is a video game production company, you would say.
yeah,
Creators
one of the biggest.
creators of Diablo, World of Warcraft,
Halo, right?
No, not Halo.
Well, who didn't Activision buy?
No, that's Bungie and 343.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they have like I think a game called Overwatch.
Overwatch.
What's that really popular? I think it's a real-time strategy game that's in Japan.
StarCraft.
Is it StarCraft?
Well, they have StarCraft. They have it starts with an L.
I fucking love Diablo 2. Diablo 3 is cool. It's kind of burnt now, but I was really stoked for Diablo 4.
Yeah.
But anyway, all of a sudden on Twitter, they started trending because of all these sexual harassment allegations and how it was a toxic environment. I'm pretty sure the male to female ratio.
Call of Duty Black Ops. Holy shit. Wow.
I don't think they did that.
Well, hold on. Let's make
I think
sure.
that's an error.
Activision Blizzard Home.
But then as of yesterday, I think just a bunch of the employees, just everybody walked out.
Well, there's been like 2,000 or something. I think they said like 2,000 people signed an open letter, including some pretty big wigs over there.
Can you explain exactly what was happening there, though?
Yeah. So.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly, there is some pretty toxic atmosphere going on over there. And which include sexual harassment on a pretty big scale level, like high profile people at the job, including like CEOs and shit, were partaking in sexual harassment and some pretty.
Can you bring up a particular, like, maybe incident or allegation? Or
Well, supposedly, they a couple of the smaller things that I've heard are, they had a pregnant woman who they wouldn't allow her to take extra bathroom breaks and stuff. So she quit drinking water at work, and she got dehydrated and had to go to the hospital. She had to call an ambulance for a pregnant woman. That's one. But there's a lot of sexual harassment, like sending things around the office of pictures of, hooking up with people, a CEO hooking up with I don't know if it was an assistant or a secretary, and they fired the secretary first and then supposedly had that CEO.
Is that still going, the GoPro? There's no red light on there. That's what I was asking.
Nope. Doesn't look like it.
What happened?
It stopped at 38:39.
Okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Fucking GoPro. Goddamn GoPro. Fuck GoPro. So, anyways.
Fuck you, GoPro.
Yeah, Jesus. That thing's such a piece of shit. What was I saying? Oh, another thing is some high-level, C-level employee, which is, just below, board and president, which high-level position, supposedly was, hooking up with people, and it was known, and he was super, super, like, would say really bad things, really toxic atmosphere. And then they would do like these all-day drink-a-thons where people were just getting hammered at work, and they had these games that they would play, like all the, like, just stupid weird jock type, like high school games.
Like a frat house?
Yeah, like a frat house. Like they would, all the guys there had a game called Gay Chicken. So when you're with a,
You know why? It's probably because there's just all these fucking nerds who have they think they have this really fucking cool, badass job, and they can get away with all this shit because they think they're finally cool,
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, I agree. One of the people said that worked there at the time said,
bunch of dorks.
Said,
no.
You don't realize it's happening because you think that this is just how it is, because you've never worked anywhere else, or you've never seen anything else. You're exactly right.
Especially
a lot of these
for
people,
females.
Yeah, a lot of these people are sheltered type people, that get into the gaming industry and this and that, and if that's their first.
Plus, if you're a nerd and you get hired into that and they're doing all this wild shit, you're probably like, wow, this is fucking fun. This is awesome. And you just get caught up into it and you don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah. Yep.
Not that it's okay.
Well, not only.
That's just fucking crazy.
Not only were there chicks that were happening to, there was dudes too. There was.
So they were offering paid time off to those participating in the walkout?
Yeah. Yep. Which is, they kind of have to, you know what I mean? They're in such, and here's the worst part about it.
Yeah, they have to play like every card right.
Yeah. Here's the worst part about it, bro. Can you hand me your grinder? The worst part about it is
no Diablo 4.
Not only that, WoW is dog shit right now, bro. WoW is so bad. Forever. And so do a lot of really hardcore WoW players, dude.
I think just WoW's just burnt, dude, to be honest with you. I remember in my search of a video game last year, I was just trying so hard to find something. I actually fucking downloaded and played World of Warcraft for a day. And the graphics just look so burnt because it's 2020 now.
Yeah.
Or when I was playing, it was last year.
Yeah.
But it's just...
Were you playing
to me, it seems like...
Were you playing on the new computer?
I'm waiting for fucking... a virtual reality style World of Warcraft game where you are the toon, and you know what I mean? And
yeah.
Fucking
dude, that would be huge, bro.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get to
huge.
that.
Yeah.
It's going to be just like We've talked about this, I think.
Did
Just like
you-
Ready Player One, that movie.
Did you play World of Warcraft on the newer PC?
Yeah, I played on there
Okay.
just for like a day. Yeah.
Well, here's the crazy thing, dude. You know, all this is happening at a time when WoW fans are more angry than ever, bro. They just released a new patch, and in the lore they did some
didn't it?
fucked up lore shit.
I know what they did, and because I don't pay attention to like you do,
Mhm.
but for me to find this out, it has to be big. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
They make it to where you could fight against each other instead of alliance and horde. You could do horde versus horde and alliance versus
No,
alliance.
I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
really?
I think they did that recently. Does
That's
that make
weird.
sense?
Well,
They
they've
said that they made a big deal, like for the first time, instead of just horde against alliance, you could
PvP against each.
your own
Yeah,
play,
that's, yeah, that's weird. Maybe that's because I don't know. I
I
didn't know
figured that
about
would
that.
piss off a lot of the OGs.
Well, it does, dude. It does, because that's one of the problems that Blizzard is having right now. Is that and the OGs are really mad because they feel that only thing that Blizzard cares about now is money. It's not about the gameplay or the lore. It's however you
want to
can-
know a perfect example of that? When they were at that fucking gaming expo, and they thought they were gonna drop this gem on the audience, and everyone was gonna be excited, and it was fucking Diablo fucking mobile, and no one clapped. Everyone was like,
booed. Yeah,
they booed, and they're
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, no,
they're
no.
disconnected
That
with the
just-
fan.
Yeah, that proves right there that they just want the money, because everything's obviously headed towards,
Pay for play.
mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all that,
You know,
pay for play, all you're buying, your fucking
Mounts and
your gear and all
your
that
gear,
bullshit.
yeah, and that's exactly. And so it's not fun to play anymore. It's not like it was, where if you got something cool, it wasn't because you can just go pay for it or buy something, pay for something that you can trade it for, you know what I mean? Like, so, and when you saw it, remember like at the game at some point, when you saw somebody rocking fucking tier 4 rating gear
they
and it
were a
looked
bad
so
motherfucker.
badass, you were like, oh my god,
Or if
that's
they had
bad.
some rare mount.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
like, where the fuck did you get that?
and-
Or how did you get that?
And now they're introducing some fucking buy it now mount every new month.
And that is a wrap on episode. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I just gotta go pee. Hang on a second.
Yeah,
but you can keep talking about it.
Every new month they release a new mount or something on the game or a new weird that everybody can get if you buy it, if you pay $25 for it or something like that, which is ridiculous because it doesn't make the game fun to play anymore. It's just about what you can buy. And so anyways, some of the craziness that I'm hearing is that
So what's gonna happen? I'll ask you later.
some of the other crazy stuff is some of the biggest, people that have been part of Blizzard for the years, like the guy who does all the scores is like just totally coming out and saying that, how bad it is and how he wish he wouldn't have never worked for Blizzard, hearing all this stuff, and Mike and Morheim's coming out and saying stuff, and but here's the crazy thing: employees are saying that all these guys that are sitting on their high horse that are like, this is terrible, that were like big Blizzard people, they say they knew about it, that this has been a known problem for a long time, and at a woke, place like the gaming world, man, you're setting yourself up for keyboard warriors every fucking second, fucking with you.
What was that letter that came out, and who was it by? Like, what did it say?
This letter right here.
Like, didn't they release a statement?
Yeah. So it
You don't
says
have to, like, necessarily read it, but like it's just
there. So the crazy thing is, and this was
So did they kind of agreed that it's going on?
oh yeah, this is a big deal, dude. So
So what do you think is going to happen to them as a company now? They're just going to go bankrupt and end, and we'll never see those games? Or do you think they'll just bring in a bunch of, more new employees and it'll just take forever?
I think that. Say that again.
See, this is a great example I want to show you guys of McClay not being able to multitask. He's trying to
Yeah.
do one thing and I'm asking him the other. sometimes you'll do that, and you'll just be saying yeah the entire time as if you're comprehending everything, and I know you have no idea what I'm saying. Because you're just like, yeah. But you're like so in tune. You're like, yeah.
Say that.
I'm like, he's not fucking listening.
Say that again about people coming back or employees coming back.
I forgot what it was.
All right. So the crazy thing is before this, there was people saying stuff and you heard stuff, right? And it was never anybody putting their name to the statements, right? Like, if you want something to really mean something, put your name on that, you know? Say what it is. And so 2,000 employees went and signed a letter saying that there's what's going on there is toxic and all this stuff. You know what I mean? And put their name on it, you know? So that's a huge,
well,
huge
those people
deal.
probably think signing their name makes them look innocent also.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're probably right. Well, some of those people are getting shit on too.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, they're getting shit on too because some of those people are coming out and saying, "Hey, this guy
why the fuck is he signing
Why
this?
is he signing
he
it?
grabbed my ass."
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
I'm not mean to laugh about this,
yeah,
but
you're 100% right. That's what's happening, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
You have that other lighter?
So the thing is that Blizzard is gonna take a big hit for this. Did you see their fucking stock tumble?
So I guess what my question is,
Their
do you
stock's
think
dropping
they'll
because of it?
recover from this, and those games will eventually come out with new employees, or the company's done and we'll never see them?
A lot of big time insiders and Blizzard fans are saying that there needs to be some massive changes, like big changes in who's running the company, who's working at the company, how the company does things, what do they call that? The whole aura of the company needs to be changed. You want to hear some crazy shit, bro? This is how you know it's bad. There are people out there that make their money by talking about Blizzard, right? And Blizzard games, like that Asmongold guy, Preach Gaming, Belluar Gaming. Their YouTube channels, that's all they do.
So they're done?
Well, no. They basically said they're so fucking mad at Blizzard and how shitty the game is and how bad this new news is that they're not going to...
Like, they were already losing fans.
Yeah. So now they're playing new games and they're talking about other games other than WoW now, like Final Fantasy 14.
Well, everybody on Twitter is completely boycotting them, or like even... so many posts where I've been playing World of Warcraft for fucking 20 years. Fuck them.
Really?
I fucking done. I signed on my account. I've been a Diablo 2 fan. I still play Diablo 2 this day. Fuck them. Like, you know how many people like literally stop their subscriptions within the last probably week?
I would love to see that information. I'm gonna look that up after I'm
It's
done
all on
rolling
Twitter,
this.
dude.
Wow.
That was the day it was happening. I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
Like, this is getting crazy.
if-
This was before the walkout, too.
Yeah. If we're seeing an exact
That's why their stock pummeled.
Yeah, you're right. If there is a huge loss in subscriber count, that is a big fucking deal.
By
man.
hardcore dedicated fans
Mm-hmm.
that have been paying fucking $15 a month since fucking 2003 or whenever the fuck this shit came out.
Well, it's funny you say that, bro, because that, to me, that was one of the biggest responses to everything that's going on. Somebody made a statement, you know, on Twitter or IG about, you know, how bad this is. Well, you know what? It's even worse because people have spent 12 years of their lives paying, like you said, $15 a month to this, and whether you guys
thousands of hours of their time,
thousands of hours of their time, dude. You know,
and then not only that, they. I know this because I used to game, and I know you know this, but you get friends in those games that you never will see in your life or even know what they look like, and they're like, I don't want to say like a homie, but you like kind of
Good
care
friends.
about them and shit.
yeah,
you know
you
what I
hang
mean?
out with them every day
It's
for
like
hours.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, exactly, and it's like this community, you know, and fuck, whether those people are gonna just all have to go to a different game, or it's just never gonna be the same, you know.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Let me see the subscriber loss. World.
Yeah, I was so excited for Diablo 4, and then in the meantime, they were revamping Diablo 2, which Diablo 2 is amazing. That would have been so good.
Is that can't be the case? 3 million subscribers in 3 months. Hold on here.
Well, you know what you should look up is what their subscribers are. 'Cause don't they have like 20 million or something crazy?
It was at one point like 12 million.
12 million?
Like that. Yeah.
So 12 million at $15. Is it $15 a month still? That's what I remember. How much I remember it being back in the day. It's probably $20 a month.
It's more now. Yeah, it's much
It's
more.
like
Now. I think it's
$25.
yeah.
Yeah.
One day ago.
God, that's so much money, dude.
Yeah. Why World of Warcraft players are protesting developer Blizzcode. Dude, it's a lot of money, and it's even more money now with all the.
There it says right there. It says to lose millions of players.
Yep.
Oh,
But new games are coming. Yeah. It's, like I said, remember how I said even before this, it was crazy, dude. Wow.
You don't even really play anymore, right?
No, but I follow the shit out of it because I love the lore. You know what I mean? I love when a new patch comes out.
You love the World of Warcraft story.
Yeah.
You're one of the few people like the movie.
Yeah, it says here so this all started over an original.
Oh, they did do Call of Duty. That's crazy.
Yeah, over original lawsuit that was filed in court.
Oh, it says it right there. Of a frat boy culture.
Yep. The original law. If the suit alleges an environment of sexual harassment, including jokes about rape and other inappropriate comments, officials also say there were, quote, cube crawls where male employees would drink, wander around the office, and often
joke about rape,
and often engage. Yeah, basically.
You can't joke about rape.
How about this? It describes one woman who died by suicide on a company trip after allegedly being subject to sexual harassment, including having nude photos of herself passed around by colleagues. Game over. That is game over.
That's devastating.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. That shit happens on like the high school, junior high level. You know what I mean? I know this because, I know people with like younger cousins who are still in school and shit, and I hear just the most. Dude, we're so lucky that
we didn't have cell phones like that in high school.
Cameras and all
we
that shit.
had beepers.
Yeah.
We had pagers.
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss.
All right, guys, if you want to see some exclusive Bogcast content, you can sign up for our Patreon. It's patreon.com/thebogcast. We have different tiers. There's a tier for $2 a month. You don't really get anything. We'll give you a shout out, send you some stickers and shit. But if you just want to support us, it's $24 a year. Then there's another tier for $5 a month where you get all kinds of access to exclusive content, because we shoot about, I don't know, I'd say about 15 to 20 extra minutes with our guests or amongst me and Brian, and I put that content on Patreon. So the thing about Patreon, that's where you're going to see all of the uncensored stuff, unedited, because YouTube is getting really anal with the, censoring. And so, yeah, find us on patreon.com/thebogcast.
Was a big deal. You're talking about France?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge
they passed
deal.
a law about
That's a huge
having to show your vaccination card. What the fuck?
Yep. And this is how, and this goes back to what I was talking about. This is how that shit starts, man.
Yeah, read that real quick.
France passes law that makes a coronavirus health pass required for dining and travel.
So I saw people on Facebook sharing this article and saying, good, this should happen here. And
that is exactly what I'm fucking talking about, you dumb motherfuckers.
I know. I was just completely dumbfounded. I actually went to the dude's profile and was about to unfriend the person. I'm like, ugh, just because I was so angry at him, but I'm not that guy to do that, really. It's just, plus he's like an acquaintance and shit. So I'm like, because that just makes me think that you're a complete fucking moron.
People don't understand. I don't know if people, can I see that lighter? I don't know if people don't know their history. They just don't care anymore.
No, nobody knows history. And the one thing that they should know is that it repeats itself.
And that's how it starts. Listen, whether you say that the initial changing of the guard was a good thing or a bad thing, it doesn't matter. I get it. But if you remember when communism...
Talking about the people that cried because Biden won?
Yeah, exactly. So if you remember when socialism was taking place in Russia and the communists came in, it started off with like what we would consider nowadays like social media people, you know, influencers, you know, those type of people. And it started off with them saying, you know, all for one for all type shit, you know what I mean? And we can make
These
this
are the
better.
crumbs.
Yeah, we can make this better. And as soon as the military industrial complex joined with them and took place, aka power, aka our politicians, which is what's happening. Our politicians have sided with some of these fucking ridiculous people who are out there saying, oh, all for one for all goodness, and the military industrial complex is starting to slowly get in there, and then all those people, they're going to take over, and all those little fucking crumbs are going to wipe up. And those were the first people to get killed in communist
That's why
Russia.
I'm saying, I was telling you my theory earlier is I feel like we are in World War III right now, and we don't even know it. And China and Russia has infiltrated us, and I think they're causing a lot of the commotion that we're like all the things we're like, what the fuck? Like, people are thinking this way? I think that dude was created by thoughts persuaded by China and Russia. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because it's so easy
I
to
can't really articulate what I'm trying to say very well.
I know
right
exactly
now.
what you're saying, because listen.
And then all these people that are falling for all that shit, as soon as it becomes a communist country, like which they want, they would love for America to become a communist country more than anything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if that happens, what do you think is going to happen to that whole community?
Yeah.
Of all those different communities that are falling for all this bullshit.
Our internet's gone.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that whole super left-wing community.
You're just you were a fucking pawn.
Yeah, all you people that are out there, are cancel culture people that want to get rid of freedom of
Get my blown
speech,
out.
freedom of speech and all that stuff. You guys are the first people that are going to get fucking taken out, you know? So I agree. And it's just gotten really, really divisive. And
And I think that's the main goal of, if my theory is true, I know some crazy conspiracy theory shit, but like some stoner thoughts, but you know, I think that is the main goal, is just to make us as divisive as fucking humanly possible.
So we could, divisive as humanly possible. So we elect a president that is fucking half out of it. The dude is like Ronald Reagan at the end of his fucking term.
But even before that, I think there was evidence that Russia had help in putting Trump in the place.
Yeah, but they didn't realize Trump was the wrong guy. He's not that guy. I don't think so.
I think it was the right guy because of the divisiveness it created within the country.
They set it up.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, they set it up that far back.
It was perfect. Dude, we were not as divisive as we are now before Trump. We are more divisive now politically.
Look at the
people
media.
are more political than ever.
We were just talking about how
and then not only that, people are wearing it on their sleeves. That's their identity. That's all they care about.
Yeah,
it's like,
what are you gonna start wearing?
That's exactly what they want.
Yeah, that's exactly what
they want. Have the fucking. You have the Democrats. You have the Republicans. You have masks, no masks, vaccines, anti-vax. Yeah, and then everyone just like. No one knows where to get true information from, so everyone just gets their information from where they think to get it from.
You know, I never liked, and I talked a little bit about this before, I never really liked Jimmy Dore. I wasn't a fan of him. My brother's a big fan of Jimmy Dore. And he'll bring up some good like clips of some certain points that he addresses. The reason my brother says that he really likes him, my brother's like, you know, he's on the left side of things, but he's not an asshole, and he believes in like the right morals. Like, it's okay to be on the left side of things, but any time that freedom of speech is trumped, or there's any type of harassment or blackmail or any type of that weird shit that gets involved, game over. Like, you can't have that. You can never have freedom of speech getting stifled. Period. You can never have certain thoughts, whether they're crazy or not. You can't just say no, you can't talk about these certain things, and that's what's happening right now.
I think there's enough people though that aren't going to stand for it and that will fight against it. You know,
I don't know anymore, man. I thought that for the longest time, dude, but I'm seeing some weird shit, bro.
I think over time it's going to shift.
Well,
but I think
that's
right
a great
now,
point.
I feel like it's just like 50-50. You know, you got your like, I'm pro guns, you can never take my guns, and the other half's like, we need to take every gun away and stop fucking shootings everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like on every subject. You know what I mean?
What people don't realize is and this is how it usually works, right? Either
By the way, I'm a fucking complete moron. I shouldn't be talking about
we
any of
both
this
are,
politics.
but that's what we.
That's just-
but
just
but
how we
that's
feel,
what this is
yeah.
about. That's what this is about. Like
The
if-
Bogcast is not a political show. No,
Yeah.
it's not about.
But
not
you
about
should
this.
be able to come on here and just, this is how you figure things out. You have to talk about things to figure things out and with other people, and otherwise you're just stuck in, you're smelling your own farts all the time. So the bottom line is that there's certain things that have happened where we don't even have the media anymore that we can trust to go find the truth. And the only place
And
that
the
you can do that now is like places like YouTube,
and you have to find
Twitter.
it on your own.
Yes.
And the problem with that is everyone over, I'd say, not everybody, but the majority of people over 50, but almost everybody over 65 still follows
The news.
those news programs. You know what I mean? So, for example, I have relatives that I just want to tell, fucking put the newspaper
My
fucking
dad.
down, because they're so, like, they haven't left the house. They're so scared of everything, especially, they're probably not going to leave the house, especially with all these new mandates that's coming out again. CDC's fucking come out with new mask mandates again and shit. So it's like, I'm not going to fall for that shit again. You know?
Well, how about this? The whole vaccine thing right now is.
What is the point of getting the vaccine?
I don't get. The only
Because
point
you
to
still
me.
you still get it. You still, like, there's all these people with the vaccine that are still getting COVID.
The only point of getting the vaccine is to make it so if you do get it, it's not as hardcore. That is to me, I don't see any other point, right? Because if people are still getting it and you can still pass it on even with the vaccine, then the only reason to get it is so you're saying, hey, if I do get it. But here's the other problem. Even people in my family who were saying, yeah, go get it, because I still haven't got it, you know, and all these people in my family got it, and
With the vaccine?
Yeah, each one of them have had side effects. My brother has lasting side effects. He had to go get an emergency CT scan and another scan to make sure he didn't have blood clots, because he's been having chest pains ever since when he
Where,
got
in his shoulder?
in his all over chest pains.
Jimmy Dore was just on Rogan talking
Yep.
about side effects from the vaccine. He said he had
Neck
pain right here,
pains.
and he hasn't gone away.
Yep. And my brother,
Does he regret getting it?
yes, he told me the other day, he goes, I feel like such an asshole getting that vaccine. He goes, it went against
seems
all
like
my
that-
principles.
I know. I was just gonna say that.
He
Seems
said
like that would be something that he would not do.
Well, he said he got bullied into it by the people at his work. And remember, he works at a college,
Aw.
you know? And
Fuck them.
and he said he feels like
and
such
it
an
sucks
asshole.
like, I'm not anti-vax either.
No.
I'm just like,
no.
I just want to wait to see what happens. with
Yes,
all
I
these
just
other
wanna know.
motherfuckers first. You know what I mean?
And they're stifling that information, like
It's
Jimmy Dore was
obviously
talking
it was
about on
being
Rogan.
pushed because of profits.
Yes.
It was obvious.
Yes. Or is there something like if your crazy conspiracy theory talk is not crazy, and there's something in those that makes us not as healthy anymore across the board?
Well, it's supposed to change your DNA and shit. One of those does, you know.
Yeah. So, you know,
I've
my
looked-
mom's been having side effects too. Breathing issues. Very tough breathing issues.
Really?
Yep.
You say
Actually,
one more
super.
little thing real quick, because I have to piss like a motherfucker in there.
Yeah.
I just I gotta shoot that intro and shit.
Yeah, you're good. So one of the crazy things that's been happening on
Gertie. Oh, I thought she was chewing.
well, I want to give a shout out to Jordan, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. That she had her first art show. So let us know what it was like and that type of shit. I mean,
Oh, it's fucking awesome. Well, it's called the Pancakes and Booze Art Show. I guess it travels. It's literally hits every fucking city in the United States. And you have to submit your work, and then if they accept you, then they give you a booth or whatever. So her work is on the left, and then her cousin also submitted his work, and his work's actually on the right there. And she was just completely nervous, leading up to this, because everyone's putting all their fucking serious work out and shit like this, and she has this goofy Guy Fieri series. And I was like, babe, just wait, like this is gonna be one of the most poppin' fucking spots. And sure as shit, like, it was the funnest part of the whole event, dude, was standing back and watching everybody walk by and just either laugh their asses off or just be like, oh, like with their partner and like take their phone out and film it. I mean, it had to have been over 100 people. But then out of every, like 9 out of every 10, like 1 out of every 10 people would go walk by and be like, like, what the fuck? Those are the real funny ones, you know. But the whole show is like, I mean, a success. Like, it's just cool because it's just all the baddest Phoenix artists, dude, in one spot. And like I was telling you before, I wish I was just a fucking millionaire, dude. I would just buy all kinds of fucking pieces and shit. You know what I mean? Because there's some really dope shit.
Yeah, give them away as gifts and shit.
Yeah, and it was at the Deuce.
I put this. I think Jordan had posted it on her IG, and I just shared it. You know, the repost, and so many people.
Don't shoot. Are she? Stop. You can go. I got her.
I got so many fucking so many people hitting me up being like, dude, that Vincent Price one is badass.
Yeah, so she actually wished she put the, she didn't have a time, but she was going to put the Joey out there too. She has prints of everything. Now all the originals are sold, but she actually posted that Guy Fieri shit in a Guy Fieri like Facebook group, dude, and it got over like 800 likes, fucking hundreds of comments. So she's selling like prints like crazy. The originals were sold before the show even started. So she's actually even more inspired now just to get her whole, you know, just art career going in a sense. She has an Instagram page called Foshizel.
Nice.
So you can actually go there and order prints and shit. I'll put the link up and stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dope stuff. Hell yeah. So yeah, make sure you guys go check those out if you guys see anything on there that you like.
Yeah, the Deuce is a badass fucking little place. So.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate you bringing that up.
Hell yeah, man.
She'll enjoy that. She'll be mad at me that I didn't. Thanks. I wanted to talk about my girlfriend. She was in the art show recently at the Deuce. I'm gonna edit it. So
yeah.
Patreon and Teespring real quick. We're good on that, right? Is it fucked?
I'm checking right now.
Yeah. Well, this episode's now fucked up, so we gotta redo it. McClay's gonna have to watch the episode back and go on the internet and do everything he just did, so I can line it up. I don't want to spend $10 every time to fucking get the internet.
I know, right?
All right, well, thanks guys for joining us. Like I said, McClay's still fucking fired. I'm gonna start going through I'm gonna start going through all the other old applications again. If you guys see Brian McJ, fucking jump his ass, but don't kill him because I need to know where our gear's at. This shit's all on rental right now, and fucking I gotta bring it back tomorrow. So that is a wrap on the Bogcast.